We have 18 to 20,000 donors. We have a couple hundred volunteers. Of the couple hundred volunteers, there's even a smaller section of those who actually are there on a regular basis with the intentionality of relationships with someone who's poor. We've had a soup kitchen line for decades. We go back to 1924. I have encouraged our churches to acquire more bodies, and if they can't, we'll partner a church with you so that you can fix plates while they sit at the tables, carry the plates to the table, and even sit with them during the meals so you get to know people. We had churches quit. But we've always done it this other way. And you would think that this would not be that much of a stretch for them. But they didn't want to get closer.
Why?
I believe fear. I believe they sincerely believe that they are to serve from a project standpoint, not get to know, not invest themselves into people. The next example was we've always had a chapel service where we have forced them into chapel before they go down and have a meal. Half of them don't want to be there. Now, I've had Christian folk argue with me that this is impactful, even though the same folk are coming in routinely. I've been there for 8 years. I've been in the inner city for 15. There are some of them I've seen around for 12 and 14 years. Same condition, emotionally, psychologically, and economically. But if we've gotten them to recite after us and say the Lord's Prayer, we say they're saved, life is good, we can move on to the next one. That's not the gospel I read. There's a passage of scripture that talks about somebody coming to knock on my door and ask for food or ask for clothing. And all I do is say, be healed, be well, and go on your way, and never provide them what they ask for. Have I actually lived the gospel before them? No. I've done them a disservice. The churches that get it and are relational, their numbers have barely dropped. The churches who weren't, folk are not going up after they eat. And we clearly see that. But there are some of them that are insinuating it's the system that's failing, not how they interact with the people they claim they care about.